Hello, and thank you for tuning in to this episode of Animals and Ames. My name is Ron Edwards. I'm the Animal Control Supervisor here for the Ames Animal Shelter and Animal Control Program. Our first special kitten today, this is going to be a kitten show today. We're a little surprised to still have kittens here at the end of November, but we have 4 that we're going to show you today. 2 are very fortunate, actually 3 are very fortunate to be going home today, so we're not going to show you those, but we're going to show you the 4 that are available for adoption at the Ames Animal Shelter. The first one here is Nora. She is a beautiful gray. You might also call this a blue, kind of like a Russian blue. She is a domestic short-haired kitty. She's a little camera shy. We're going to try and show you that side of her. But she is about 3 months old. She is already spayed and ready to go to her new forever home. She came into us, as I said, as a stray, so we don't know much about her history, but since she's such a little kitten, we don't have a whole lot of history that we could learn about her since she is so young. Just about 3 months old is our estimate. Again, we've already had her spayed. She is ready to go. She has all of her claws, and we want to make sure that she keeps those to keep her safe if she were to ever get outside. And of course, we're looking for her to live indoors, but we know sometimes accidents do happen. We have a shelter full of cats that accidentally got out. But we want to make sure that she does have some protection and can get up and away from predators if she needs to. But we also just know that that's the way she came, and we'd like to keep her that way. So this here is a very playful kitty. She's a little camera shy. She's kind of just new to this room, so she hasn't had a lot of time to get acquainted with it yet, but definitely a sweet kitten, lots of energy, as all kittens do. So if you're looking for a very energetic kitten, this beautiful Russian blue domestic short-haired kitty here may be the one for you. So come on down and check out Nora. We'd love to show you her and have you fill out an application for her. Our next kitten today is Gene. Gene is a male. He still needs to be neutered. He's just about 3 months old. He had a really slow start at life. He came in here just a few ounces, and we immediately started bottle feeding him, which he was not really thrilled about. Fortunately, we did have a surrogate mom that was here that just had taken care of her kittens that still had milk available. So I can tell this story. So we tried Jean here with Nemu, who is still here available for adoption. You can see her on our website. Beautiful cat. And immediately Nemu started taking care of Jean here. So they became very bonded together. Originally we wanted to see if we can get Nemu and Jean here adopted together, but we were just getting more people interested in just adopting Jean. So we did ultimately separate them, so Gene has been without his surrogate mom for a little bit now, kind of learning to live on his own and without mommies. So he is definitely small for his size. Again, he's about 3 months old, so he's a little bit smaller than you would see a 3-month-old kitten. Typically they're around 3 pounds. But Gene's a little bit smaller, so we're waiting until he is big enough to where we can get him neutered. But Gene is available for adoption. We are accepting applications, as we are with all of the kittens you're going to see on today's show. But he's a little domestic short-haired, beautiful tabby markings in there. Hopefully we can, don't chew on the microphone. Hopefully you can chew on my fingers, not the microphone. Hopefully the camera's picking up some of those beautiful markings that he has there. He's just an extraordinary kitten. One of the staff favorites and volunteer favorites. I know we all have favorites, right? But Gene is a very special kitten, and we're very fortunate that Gene made it here to the shelter where we could get him the love and warmth and attention that he deserved and needed. Otherwise, he may not be with us here today, so it's really nice to see him thriving and knowing that he did so well with the staff jumping in right away to do everything they could to save him. So again, this is Gene. He is available for adoption, about 3 months old. Still needs to be neutered before he can go home, but we are absolutely accepting applications on him and would love to find him the perfect indoor home where he's going to be loved and taken care of forever. And And our next guest today is Ames. Ames is a returning guest on the show. He is a male domestic short hair. He has already been neutered. We're really kind of surprised. All of his siblings have been adopted, and unfortunately Ames is still here. He is a very beautiful cat, beautiful black, solid black. There's no white in there. In stretching here. Just a very nice, sweet kitten. We just don't understand exactly why Ames is still here when all the others have been adopted. Does really kind of hurt us to see these guys that kind of linger in the shelter and they grow up here, and we really want them to grow up in a home and not here at the Ames Animal Shelter. I'm going to let you listen to Ames because he is quite the talker and purrer. Yeah. Yes. Hopefully you can hear all that purring on the camera there. But again, he is a very sweet kitten. He is getting a little large here at the shelter. We'd love him to be in a home where he can really spread out and exercise and play. Here in the shelter, they get to play in the playroom several times. But it's not the same as living in a home, and especially being home for the holidays, and a nice home that's going to be warm and safe with him indoors, where he can enjoy life and do everything that kittens are supposed to be doing at this age. So Ames is available for adoption. We're also taking applications on Ames. So if you're interested in this beautiful, sleek, a solid black kitty here, come on down to the shelter. We'd love to introduce you, and we'll let Ames tell you his story. And our next guest today is Elaine. Elaine is a very active little kitten. She is about 4 months old. She's almost 5 months. She's another one that we're really kind of curious as to why she's still here. She is just a typical kitten with lots of energy. Want to tell your story? Just lots of energy, lots of love, lots of attention. She just wants to be everywhere in all places. Don't turn the microphone. But just a whole lot of kitten in here. She's going to chew on the set. Just, again, a lot of energy. If you're looking for a kitten that's going to be very active, of course, a kitten that's going to be indoors and be active, and just have lots of fun playing and running around and just enjoying her, she would be a good kitten for you to consider. As you can see her, she has some bad manners. She needs to learn not to bite on fingers, but play with her toys instead. I didn't bring any of her toys in here with her, but Elaine is a very sweet kitten. Again, available for adoption here at the Ames Animal Shelter. She's a beautiful gray tabby and white domestic short hair. Very friendly kitty here, looking for a forever home. That's our show for today. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. We know we have a lot of followers that always tune in to watch these shows and see the animals that we have available here for adoption. Before I close, I want to say a special thank you to all of the people who stepped up to help out all the rabbits that we had at one of the shows. We had 25 rabbits here at the shelter. Every single one of the rabbits have now either been adopted into a private home or they're going to rescue. So we still have a lot of rabbits here at the shelter, but they've all been spoken for at this point. Also want to say a special thank you to Michelle and Amy for stepping out to help the rabbits, and Brenda. You've just been a tremendous supporter of the shelter, and anytime we need some help, we know that we can count on you to come forward. So we sincerely thank all of our donors for helping these animals. It takes a lot of love, a lot of help, and of course the donations to keep these animals healthy, happy, until they can find that forever home. So I want to thank everybody again from the bottom of our hearts and the bottom of their hearts. And again, there's just so many donors. I can't mention them all right now, but just want to thank everybody for all of your support, people that are coming in, adopting, and just do so much to help the animals at the Ames Animal Shelter. Thank you.